Hey y'all, how's it going? It's your Army Queens, Hospitality Queens here in AK Positive Pinky. So I'm on the mend from the sinus infection. Also dealing with the chronic sinusitis thing. Because man, I tell you, this weather did not help with it. I'm so ready to go to Naples and get out of this shit, out of this joint right here. Because yeah, the sinus pain has been so bad. Like, the stuffiness is a little better. I mean, I can breathe better than I did, but, it's like, I just have a lot of pain, my facial pain, stuff like that. But I'd be taking the Advil, I'd be doing the humidifier, I'd be doing everything I can. But it's been a good self care day, Um, I would say I'm at like 75 to 80%. Like I'm definitely better I was, but of course, I'm always going to do, just like I'm always dealing with allergies and stuff, I'm always going to be dealing with the chronic sinusitis. But I do feel like the antibiotics have started to kick in. Um, and overall, I do feel a lot better, even though I'm not 100%. But I can tell I just still feel off. Like, when things are off, like when you're not, feeling great, you're not feeling well. Like, so I think that's part of it too. I just feel off. Like I got enough sleep, but that's the thing. Sometimes with the chronic sinusitis thing, I'll get enough sleep, but I'll still feel off. But it's just something I have to deal with and accept. And I think I'm more at acceptance. I'm not really fixating on it. I'm just like, it is what it is because like I'm acknowledging it, like, which is different than like fixating. And a lot of times when I'm frustrated, for instance, when I'm lonely, like I felt really lonely earlier. But I took action to do things about it, like hung out at Main Street with some people. And, it helped. It helped to get out of the house. And, because I've been trying to work on getting out of my room more, which is easier said than done. But I mean, that's a good thing when I'm on vacations is that, like, I can walk to places and it's good for me to be around people. You know what I mean? So, um, but yeah, I'm getting there. It's definitely an improvement from a few weeks ago because it started, I mean, honestly, like, I get sinus headaches a lot, like, even when I'm not sick. But, um, but it started with that, and then I had a fever, and I just felt like I could barely keep my eyes open. That's where a couple weeks ago I had to call out. There's part of me that wants to call out tomorrow just to have an extra day off, because today, today did feel like a day off, but at the same time, it's kind of like, I don't know, like there's like 50% of me that's kind of like, yeah, I could use another day off, but it's like, do I really want to lose hours when I'm going to be on vacation and I'm going to lose hours? It's kind of like, and it's frustrating because it's like, on one hand, like I know I can benefit from just pushing through the next two shifts and then I'm done. Because yeah, if I called out both those days, I would kind of defeat the purpose of the week. But I've really enjoyed talking to my friends lately. I had a nice conversations with my college friends lately. Um, things are going well at work, despite everything. Despite the chronic sickness and the, regular sickness. But I'm definitely in better shape than I was a couple weeks ago, and I definitely sound better. Like last Friday or 2 Fridays ago, I could barely talk. I was so hoarse. You talk about a smoky voice, right? And I remember I was having more breakdowns than usual. Like that's how, like, I think we need to normalize how, like, when we're feeling mentally off, sometimes it's because we're feeling physically off too. And there is a connection and a correlation for real. But yeah, I'm definitely getting there. Like I'm much better than I was. That's for damn sure. But I still got a long way to go. But I'm doing what I can. I know also the allergies have been so bad. Like I need to vacuum this room because especially when it gets to be around this late night, that's because it's always the night where like my nose gets so stuffed up. Like especially at night, like it gets really bad. Like even if it's just from the allergies. And I think the allergies is definitely part of it because even with allergies it can cause me to go into a sinus infection, but I do think the antibiotics have helped. And I just think living the solution. Like I had a lot of sushi today, I had Chinese, like I did everything I could about it. And I'm doing my nasal spray, the Dentista, Actually, it seems like a lot more effective than the Flonase. I mean, Flonase, it just kind of, I don't know, it wasn't working for me after a while. Like for a while it was working, and then all of a sudden it just didn't work for me. So, I do the Demista. I also still do the saline, and I've just been drinking lots of water. I've been trying, even when I have the times where I probably have way too much caffeine, like I am really good about drinking water. Like, I make that a priority, and like, I've definitely, had burnout. Like, I feel like I just need to stop putting work. I mean, yes, it's good that I make work a priority, but like, I need to realize that, it's not the most important thing in life. Like, but it's hard because we do have to make money, and that is important, but it's not all about the money. No, a lot of times I put work as a priority above other priorities, and that's kind of a bad habit I have, because like, I'll cancel appointments and then I'm like, ugh, why did I do that? Because then you have to reschedule, and then it's all, it's just a bad habit that I really need to break. So that's a goal of mine, just start fresh. And yeah, I mean, there's sometimes I think it's about a balance, because you don't want to always cancel, but you don't want to overcommit either. So, like, honestly, I don't blame when people cancel, because honestly, I do the same thing. Well, I mostly do it with appointments, but, it's just a little different. But I mean, it's the same idea. Like, and it becomes a bad habit once you start doing it. You start doing it more and more, and you kind of start kind of doing that. And it's not good. I mean, um, but I did get some positive feedback from my boss last night. He was like, everyone really likes working with you, and great job this week. And I don't think he even realized I had a sinus infection. Like, a lot of my coworkers probably had no idea, because I just, functioned well. And, nah, but like, and I feel like, yeah, I mean, I must have did really well despite it, because I think that's the most positive feedback my boss has ever, like, that amount of compliments. I'm like, okay, hold up. Like, is he on drugs? But nah, I mean, like, I really believe him when he says all that, because, like, it's not every day that people, yeah. And he told me he was proud of me. Like, that's not every day I hear that from people, not even from my family. I mean, they do tell me they're proud of me, but I have to really go above and beyond, but that's just how life is. You do have to go above and beyond for people to be proud of you. You can't just be like, oh well, like I'm just gonna like have smooth sailing in life. Like, nah, that ain't how it works. But nah, it was nice. And then, he was like, but nah, that made me feel really good, and obviously the most important thing is I'm proud of myself, and I'm confident in myself and my abilities, but to have people give you that positive feedback is always good. So, speaking of the allergies and the chronic sinusitis thing, and, sinus infection, like, I can feel there's been a lot of inflammation, like this weather. I don't know, like this weather, like, I used to like the rain, but then again, that was before I had chronic sinusitis. But overall, I'm doing better. I'm definitely in better spirits than I was. I mean, I can get out of bed. The first week or so, I could not get out of bed. Like, I literally had to call out twice, and usually that's what I do. If I call out, I'll call out twice just to be on the safe side, and it really felt like more than 2 days, because luckily I had some days off where, see, I knew it would hit me. The stuffiness is hitting me, but nah, like, I might just try to knock out the vacuuming tomorrow morning, because, I mean, unless I meet with my personal trainer tomorrow, which who knows, I might, I think that's going to be my time to do the, I mean, I can start doing the chores tonight. I mean, it's like procrastination is just not good, because once you procrastinate, you're not going to want to do it. But yeah, see, it be hitting me, like, I was fine before, but, that's just proof that I'm not 100%. Not that I have to prove anything to nobody, because they're going to think what they want. And it's just, at the end of the day, like, who cares what people think? Like, that just takes too much energy. Like, there's part of me that proves points and, wants approval from people. But at the same time, I'm just like, you know what? Like, I know my worth. I'm confident. And it's taken me a lot of hard work with self to reach this level of confidence. Like, I never imagined possible. This did not happen overnight. like this transformation, evolution, and spiritual awakening, this vibing. Nah, that didn't happen overnight. That's for damn sure. But it's still a work in progress because that's just how life is. We're always working on ourselves, and that's how it is. Um, and it's like, yeah, I did, um, yeah, like, I walked around a little earlier, but I don't know. I'm kind of like, well, should I do evening workout on the treadmill? But then again, you don't want to work out too late at night because then that could negatively impact your sleep. But um, I've been getting back to the exercise. I've been getting back to things, because when you're sick, it's hard to be in a routine because if you're yeah, because I was couldn't get out of bed at least the first couple of days. The first 2 to 4 days, I could not get out of bed, like. And that doesn't sound like a long time, but trust me, it was. I was going stir crazy, like, because I do that a lot. A lot of times when I'm sick, I can't get out of bed. And people were wondering, like, oh, well, you could post. And it's like, that don't mean shit. Because you know what? Just because they only post one story, don't mean I'm like that. So people need to, like, put their differences aside with that. Because it's like, yeah, just because you're good at moderation doesn't mean I am. And you know what? I don't care. Because you know what? That's just not how I roll. And people gotta accept that. And I accept it about myself. But they gotta do their part too. Because you know what? Like, I'm Irish Catholic. We don't even know what moderation is. And you know what? Who cares? It's like, and people probably judge me for the fact that I have addictive personality. But you know what? I'm not like everybody else. I'm not meant to fit in. I don't really care because you know what? Like, I'm not even meant to be liked by everybody. I mean, I like to think I'm a pretty likable person, but I'm not out here to be, and people try to say, like, you still, and I've done a lot of hard work with the people pleasing and perfectionism. It's taken a lot, of hard work with that. But I've still got a long way to go because I still have my moments where I'm quick to say yes and where I make assumptions and I'm not even realizing I'm doing it. But at the same time, I'm self-aware about it, but I just don't even realize that, like, making up a story and, like, as much as I can't fucking stand when people fucking say that, it's a fucking truth. Like, I do kind of make an assumption when I make up this story in my head that don't make no sense. Like, for real, it don't even make no sense because it's just a bunch of bullshit. For real, like, it really is because it don't make no sense and it's like not even logical, it's not even rational, it's just a bunch of bullshit. Sorry, excuse my language habit. Clearly clearly that was an unrealistic goal, but nah, I am pretty good about not cursing in front of kids because I just don't believe in that. I kind of believe in that. Okay, if you're gonna curse, like, do it in front of an actual adult, don't be doing it in front of kids. But, like, honestly, like, you know, um, I'm just so ready to go to Naples. Like, I have never been so done with people in my whole fucking life. Like, seriously, like, I am just so done with people's energy, like this tripping full moon energy, this distant ass, and it's like, it's fine. People are allowed to be distant, they're allowed to unplug. I did that today. I didn't really talk to many people today, and it was kind of nice because sometimes we don't really feel like talking to nobody. Like, I used to get so irked, and sometimes I still do. Sorry, this is a long ass introduction, but no, for real, because, like, when people have time to like a status, now it's kind of different if they're on Instagram only and not Facebook, because it's like Instagram is kind of like, yeah, it makes sense to just comment if you're active. But, like, people on Facebook ain't got no excuse. Like, but even still, like, regardless, like, it's annoying. People, like, I don't even care if all people did was like my message. I'm cool with that. Like, that's checking in for me because, like, I'm just like that. Like, but, like, especially on Facebook, that irks me. Like, if someone's online and they have time to, like, comment, and it's like, why don't you do, like, I don't understand that. Like, for real though, because, like, but no, I have times where I do that too. I like someone's status and, I comment, but I don't really feel like texting them because sometimes we just don't have the mental and physical capacity, to do that for real. because like I'm being for real here, like for real, like okay, it's a little bit too much for real, but nah, for real, because nah, but like I hate when people be looking at me weird when I say for real and like dead ass and all these slang terms. It's like, you know what? Like I can do it too. I mean, just because I'm white, I can put the hood on, and I really don't care what people think. I've reached a moment in my life where I'm just kind of like, you know what? People can think what they want, like for real. Because if people don't like me, that's on them. Like, I don't care, like, yes, I have my moments with the people pleasing, but overall, I really don't care what they think. If they're going to judge and they're going to say this and that, like, they're entitled to think what they want about me. If they want to think I'm a slut, or they want to think I'm crazy, or they want to think I'm whatever, they're entitled to think that. Well, maybe they're not entitled, but they can think what they want because, like, I'm not going to stop them, right? So it's just like, like, and what the boomers got to realize is, of course, they don't post that much because they didn't grow up with that shit. Like, that's what they got to realize is they didn't have the temptations that we do. Like, they could get soda for like fucking 25 cents or so. It's like, it's easy for them to say, I mean, seriously, like, they had it easy. They did. Like, nah, for real. Because now, like, it'd be expensive to move out in the area. Like, that's why I be taking my time with it. Like, I try not to beat myself up that I'm not moved out yet. But you know what? Just because someone else was moved out at 18, 21, don't mean I be. And you know what? That's okay. Because I'm not meant to be like everybody else. I'm my own person. Nah, for real, though. Because, like, you know what? It'd be boring if I was like everybody else. I kind of like that I'm rebellious and, I'm bold and, I'm fierce, and it's just like, because, I mean, who wants to play by the rules all the time? That's boring. Like, we gotta live it up a little bit because we only live once. Like, I could die tomorrow and join flipping heaven. Like for real though, because like, I don't know that I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow ain't promised. Like, I mean, it sounds so cliche, but it's the damn truth. Like, nah, but this cover I'm about to do is Let You Love Me by Rita Ora. I'm addicted to this song, so I know I've been doing it a lot, but like, I just cannot get enough of it. Like, I feel like I can never get sick of, those songs that you can never get sick of listening to. Like, even years after it came out. That's what this is. Like, but anyway, I'm going to do it for y'all. And I hope y'all enjoy. I'm doing covers early, because I'm still deciding. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do the treadmill tomorrow. I don't know. But I did get some exercise today, and stuff. And I was going to go to my sanctuary, but it was just such a, gross day out. I was like, yeah, do I really want to do that? Especially when I've been sick. So yeah, I think I made the right decision about that. But all right, here we go with Let You Love Me by Rita Ora. Hope y'all enjoy. All right. Should have stayed with you last night instead of going out to find trouble. That's just trouble, yeah. Think I run away sometimes. Never I get too vulnerable. That's not your fault, yeah. See, I wanna stay the whole night. I wanna lay with you till the sun's up. We'll let you inside. Oh, heaven knows I tried. Wish that I could let you love. Wish that I could let you love me. Wish that I could let you love. Wish that I could let you love me. Say, what's the matter? What's the matter with me? What's the matter with me? Oh, I wish that I could let you love. Wish that I could let you love me. No. Oh, I wish I wish I. Every time it gets too real, every time I feel like sabotaging, start running again, yeah. Every time I push away, really want to say that I'm sorry. I say nothing, See, I wanna stay the whole night. I wanna lay with you till the sun's up. I'll let you inside. Oh, heaven knows I tried. Wish that I could let you love. Wish that I could let you love me. Wish that I could let you love. Wish that I could let you love me. Say what's the matter, what's the matter with me? What's the matter with me? Oh, I wish that I could let you love. Wish that I could let you love me now. Oh, I wish I stay with you till the morning, lay with you till the sunrise, show you that you're my only, till the morning, the sunrise, the sunrise. Oh, heaven knows I tried. I wish that I could let you love. Wish that I could let you love me, yeah. Wish that I could let you love me, yeah. Say what's the matter with me? What's the matter with me? Oh, I wish that I could let you love. Wish that I could let you love me. Say what's the matter with me? What's the matter with me? Oh, I wish that I could let you love. Wish that I could let you love me now. Oh, I wish I.
New ride? Yep, we're cruising in style with Verizon Home Internet. Got it for just $25 a month. No hidden fees, no surprise